We'll take it from there. There's a serious Canadian-looking people today. I'm not running the show. Don't worry, Leroy. Good to see you in here, all the way from Alabama.
Hey.
I'm going to turn up the volume.
I need to turn the volume?
Turn up the volume.
Can you hear me?
All right, y'all. Welcome, everybody. It's the Greg Dean Stand-Up Comedy Tuesday Open Mic. I'm so excited that you guys are here. We already have a packed house. This is going to be crazy. Nicole, what city are you in?
New Jersey.
You're in New Jersey. That's super cool. All right, New Jersey. I got to write this down. I like to keep track. And you want to do some time today, I'm assuming? And
yes.
You want to go early?
Yes, if that's okay.
You'll be our opener today. Not a problem.
Yay.
All right. Let's see who else we have. Scott, you doing any time today?
Yeah, I guess so. I'll give it a go. Why not?
Beautiful. You know what? It can't hurt, right? It
can't hurt. There
It
you
really
go.
can't. All right. Jerry, where's Jerry? Jerry, did you want to do some time today?
Yeah.
All right. And Jerry, where are you located?
Canada, eh?
In Canada. Where in Canada?
Hey.
Jim R's in Canada too.
Based out of Ottawa.
Ottawa. He's on the other side, I think. Jim, you're on the west side. Ottawa's kind of the east, isn't it? Or is it middle?
It's like 3 hours from Toronto.
All right. There you go. I don't know exactly where the cities are in Canada because Americans haven't invaded them yet. We have to invade countries to learn geography. That's
Yeah, that's right.
I can get you from Kabul to Tel Aviv, but I can't get you. Never mind. I don't even know what I'm saying. Hi, Yang. How are you?
Good. Yeah, Kevin. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Let's see. Alan Cooper. Alan, you want to do some time tonight? You got it. And Alan, are you in England?
Yeah, I am, yes.
All right. Beautiful. We got Tony G. Tony G usually goes last. Hey, Tony, how you doing today?
All right, how are you, Kevin?
I'm doing good. And Ying's going to do some time. I don't know how to say this name. I guess Sted Tobias? Just Ed? I'm just going to call you Tobias. Did you want to do some time, Tobias? You're absolutely welcome to. I totally don't mean to bag on your name. I'm just slow American. Slow American. All right. Awesome. Well, if you decide you want to do some time, just go ahead and turn on your screen, and I'll know that you're planning to do some time today. And Alan, great to see you. How you been?
Great.
Good. You know, you've got your double vaccines. Is life back to normal yet?
Almost. We're getting there.
There you go. That's what we like. All right, everybody. Welcome. It is the Great Tuesday Open Mic. We're going to do 4 minutes tonight. 4 minutes. So at 3 minutes, I will go ahead and give you the 1 minute left sign. At the end of that minute, I'll give you that's your time sign. When you see that's your time, you don't have to freak out and say, that's my time. You can actually take your time to say goodbye and thank you. However, if it does drone on and on and on and you're not paying attention to the sign, I will fade the music up and we will all give you a rousing round of applause while you leave. Remember, this is an open mic, so if something is funny, let air out. Okay? That's what we want to do. We're all trying to do that here. And please be respectful. It is an open mic, but we do just want to maintain a certain amount of integrity with everybody today. And on that, let me tell you the order. We're going to go. Nicole's going to be first. Jimmy R. second. Jerry third. Leroy fourth. Alan fifth. Scott sixth. Alan Cooper 7. Tony G. I'm gonna go Ying and then Tony G.
Sounds good.
All right, that's what we're doing. Let's do it. Let's get this show rolling. You guys ready to get this show rolling? Leroy, you ready, huh? You got some dirty jokes for us today, Leroy?
No, challenge word today.
Oh, you want to do it? You know what? Leroy loves the challenge word. So here it is. If you haven't done it with us today, today's challenge word is, nincompoop.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, nincompoop means someone who's foolish or stupid. Today's word is nincompoop. During your time on stage, if you can work that word into your show, everybody's going to scream with joy because we are waiting for that callback. So you can work nincompoop into it. You can use the real definition, my boss was a nincompoop, or you may use it as a metaphor, something else. She started to touch my nincompoop. Okay? However you want to use it, you just can't just yell nincompoop, okay? That's cheating.
Yeah.
All right, I'm leaving it there so you can see it as a reminder. This is the new high-tech card holder that I've built. It's the high-tech card holder. You know what? At Greg Dean stand-up comedy classes, we spare no expenses. We actually get clips and hold cards up. It's amazing. It's amazing. All right, let's get this thing started.
Sorry, Kevin, what does that mean?
What?
Nincompoop. Sorry, I'm
Nincompoop means someone who's stupid.
Oh, okay, stupid. Okay.
Yeah, don't be a nincompoop.
Oh, my God, I don't know.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing started. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, entomologists and proctologists, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I'm just glad you're here today. Let's have some laughs and have some human contact because we all need it. It's the Greg Dean Tuesday Open Mic. Make some noise. That was pretty weak, you guys. That was pretty weak. Usually, like, when my head turns red from screaming, make some noise, I'm expecting some energy because I went red for you guys. Let's try it one more time. Make some noise! I can go with that on a Tuesday. Welcome, I'm Kevin Comstock. I'm the host of the show. I'm also a teacher at Greg Dean's stand-up comedy classes. Don't forget to check out our website, gregdeanstandupcomedy.com. Whoops, nincompoop just went flying. I'm going to keep this show rolling. This show's exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, our first performer builds homes from plastic bottles, trains dolphins, and is a Rhodes Scholar. Put your hands together from New Jersey, Nicole!
Hey, everybody!
Hey, girl!
Hi! Wow, there were things I didn't know I could do. Thanks, Kevin. You just added to my list. And so my full name is Nicole Kuhn, but instead of, spelling it the normal way, Nicole, my parents decided to spell it Nicholl, well, 2 L's and an E, because they'd be all fancy and they drink. And my last name is just Kun. So I was at a gig the other night and the MC's like, next up, Nishale Khan. I look at the MC, I'm like, really, dude? And I get to the stage, everybody's looking around all confused. And I hear this one girl go, I don't get it. Where's the French Asian chick? So I'm in a relationship. I've been with my boyfriend for like 3 years. And oh my God, I just don't miss dating. I swear to God, I went out with so many nincompoops.
Right there. That is a pro. She worked it into the show right there.
Including this one guy. Oh my God, I swear to God, I had PTSD. It was like post-traumatic stress dating. So this one guy, he was trying to impress me. And he's like, oh, I'm a 4th generation warlock. I was like, great. Can you make yourself disappear? Or the other guy was trying to compliment me. And he's like, oh, you're so wise, like, and hot even, like Yoda. I was like, okay. Get laid, he did not. That was my terrible Yoda impression, you guys. But I think the worst was when this guy was trying to have sex with me by telling me, we were talking about our favorite movies. He's like, oh, you know what my favorite movie is? eyes wide shut because I like to go to parties like that. What's your favorite movie? And I'm like, oh, mine? My favorite movie is Gone Girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Funny as she. Funny as she.
Yeah. So I do not miss those days. Are you guys married, single? Like what? Not
Married.
sure.
Married.
Married. We have one happy married guy at the top, Leroy. Two maybe, sort of. We got one sticking his thumb up. So, you know, it's always interesting when you talk to like married versus single people. Like you talk to somebody that's married and you're like, how long have you been married or where did you meet? Right. But you never ask a single person, how long have you been single for? Or why are you crying? 1 minute. Okay. This is my last one. So I feel like a lot of my friends like to spoon after sex, but not me. I like to get forked. Anyway, that's it. Thanks, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sholay Kung. No, I just kidding. She had drunk parents who threw a couple of little spelling things in there in her name. I love that. I always wanted to put silent letters in my kids' names, but my wife wouldn't let me. It'd be like, you know, Jim with a silent Z, a silent Q, a silent R. Just screw everybody up. No, that's not a good thing to do to your kids.
No.
Okay. And on that, I'm going to keep the show going. Ladies and gentlemen, this next performer is a Russian rapper. He's a bass jumper and former parliamentarian. Put your hands together from Western Canada, Mr. Jimmy R.
Hey, it's Jimmy R. Here. I'm a pirate from the west coast of Canada. Thanks for that hearty introduction there, Kevin. Boy, I feel like, have you ever been blown ashore, Kevin? That's the deal. Just speaking about ashore and nincompoops.
Okay.
Oh,
You did it, kinda.
We kind of get to shore with our boat, and you know, there's no toilet facilities or anything like that. So you just wander into the bush, and you find a young sapling, and you bend it over. You know, you kind of bend it over, and you kind of like drop your drawers, and you sit on the end of it, and you start doing your dirty deed. You know, the nincompoop is pooping now, and you know, it starts to get pretty good and starts to feel pretty good, and holy moly, you just got to be careful you go too much. All of a sudden, that young sapling might flip you through the air, you know. So around noon when all the boats are on shore, you can see a lot of pirates flying through the air. They kind of wasted too much, nincompoop sort of thing. So
yeah,
nincompoop. I didn't start out as a pirate. I started out, you know, another P word as a pilot. I was flying people around, but I had a bit of a drinking problem. I have to admit, it was like, you know, I'd stagger up the aisle and people would look, and I had my captain's outfit on and get into the cockpit and say, you know, okay, this is Jimmy Walker, and I'm going to be your cockpit tonight. I've had a little bit to drink, but don't worry about it. Just fasten those seatbelts, and if you think the takeoff is going to be rough, wait till you find out about the landing. You know, so you know, the pilot's board kind of got me in front of them one day and said, okay, you know, Jimmy R, we believe that you're an alcoholic. What? What a horrible word. What a thing to say to somebody. I couldn't believe it. And they said, and you'll never fly for us again. So I was just astonished. And as I staggered out of that room, I was kind of staggered. Staggered out of the room. I thought, well, what can I do now? So I thought I'd get something a little bit lower to the ground. And I walked into a taxi office, and I thought I'd become a taxi driver. You know, you only have to handle people from, you know, 4 to 14 minutes. So it kind of like works out pretty good, you know, so you don't really have much time to get into a real relationship with them. And drunken people at night don't really care if you know, the taxi driver's drunk. You just don't say much. And, you know, one of the things I learned about taxi driving is profiling. Now, I know that's kind of a bad P word, another P word, but profiling. One thing you like to do is you like to pick up good looking women, wave at you, you pull right over. In fact, we kind of fight over it. The other thing you don't want to pick up is a real drunk person, large, eating a pepperoni pizza, trying to crawl into your car because, the next thing you've got pepperoni pizza all over your back seat and stuff like that. Kind of ruins it for you to pick up another person, when they say, oh, it's all wet back here. It's like, I think somebody spilled a drink or something like that. But anyway, that profiling business, I recently got a house with my oldest daughter. She's a prison warden. True story. And she said, well, it's time for you to kind of live, not on your own anymore, Dad. You live with me. We'll get you a place, a nice suite in the basement. And it was like, okay, this looks pretty good. And it was like, hey, how come there's bars on the window? And she's like, don't worry about it, Dad. It's so people don't break in. Okay. Well, how come there's bars on the door? Well, we don't want anybody after they broke in to break in. But really, what really made me realize it was kind of like a prison is the little slot underneath the door where she was handing me my meals twice a day. So it's been a real nice time, with all you nincompoops.
Jimmy R. working nincompoop in a total of 3 times. He's holding the nincompoop record for the day. Nincompoop record. All right, we're going to bring the next guy up. We got a packed house, so I'm just going to keep it moving right along. Ladies and gentlemen, this next performer paints murals of chickens, can recite anything by Shakespeare, and cooked an 8-course meal using only 1 potato. Put your hands together for Jerry Hodges!
Hey, Jerry. Hello, Jerry.
Great to see everyone. I know what you're thinking. This is what it would look like if RuPaul was straight. Yeah, I'm based out of Canada. I'm based out of I know what you're thinking. Yeah, you can't be Canadian because you're sober. I am, by definition, I actually looked up my family tree, and it turns out I am a white-sounding black guy, which is great for certain circumstances, like catfishing managers at job interviews and making my date's racist grandparents extremely uncomfortable. Yeah, dating is kind of hard when you're a white-sounding black guy because women can't tell whether you're the right amount of danger or the wrong amount of safety for them. Being a white-sounding black guy, one of the perks is I get to indulge in what I like to call white guilt pleasures. Like watching situations where white people can feel the white guilt just wash all over them. But mainly it's like hobbies and activities that are aimed at white people, but black people enjoy them too. Like I'm a big hockey fan. I listen to rock music. And this one I know black people are guilty of too. I've watched The Wizard of Oz. More times than I've watched The Wiz. Yeah, because everyone's saying The Wizard of Oz. The movie's been out for over 80 years, right? There's a Witch of the West. There's a Witch of the East. And there's a Witch of the North. But I noticed there's no Witch of the South. And that's because the South had always had a monopoly on wizards. Speaking of the South, I was watching this one TV show based in the U.S. South, and the character actually said the phrase, "It's chilly out here." Really? Chilly? How can you be chilly in the U.S. South with all those burning crosses keeping you warm?
Ooh.
Speaking of burning crosses, every time I saw that nincompoop Donald Trump make a presidential speech,
Nincompoop, he did it! Sorry.
Yeah, every time I could just say Donald Trump and that would count. Anyway, every time I saw Trump make a presidential speech, I felt like I was the only person in the world that went like this. Now, and now, and now. I know what you're thinking. No, I'm not waiting for him to get picked by a sniper. I'm waiting for him to have a stroke that matches stroke type face. Now. And now, near the end of Donald Trump's term, he was doing a speech just outside the White House. And a little distance from there, there was a shooting outside the White House. Come on, Donald Trump is 6'4", 270 pounds, and he's orange. What kind of nincompoop cannot hit the world's biggest?
Yeah, double Nick.
Hey,
Now, does anyone know who Terry Fox is?
Yeah.
Okay, Terry Fox. In Canada, we have a more diverse currency. People were thinking about putting Terry Fox on a $5 bill, which does make sense because neither $5 nor Terry Fox can go as far as they used to. What else do I have here? I'm based out of Ottawa, as I mentioned. Ottawa holds 3 world records. 1, the world's largest canal. Number 2, that since 2010, they held the record for the world's largest group hug. Oh.
yeah, right, great, nice.
10,500 people, just over. And the 3rd world record happened on the same day when over 10,500 wallets were reported missing.
Oh.
I wish, I'm going to do one more joke before I get out of here. I wish that they made a horror movie that was so advanced that the potential victims could hear the black nincompoops in the theater yell at the screen.
Whoa,
Yeah.
There you go.
it is.
That's it for me.
There you go.
Jerry, ladies and gentlemen, it's Jerry. Jerry, do you have a virtual background, or is that your slobby room?
That's my spot. and right here is my masturbation station.
The masturbation station. Man,
There's a
we
vacuum
finally
there.
got to the dick stuff today. It took a while, but we got there. I'm
We're gonna
always
get
wondering how long. It's 20 after the top of the hour. It took us about 20 minutes to get to the dick jokes today. It's okay. Thank you, Jerry. Thanks for sharing with us. Hey, Mark, did you want to do some time today, too?
Yeah, just some ranting. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's going to come up in just a little bit, okay? A couple people
Okay.
ahead of you still. All right, let's keep it going, man, because the people are lining up everywhere to be on this show. It's
Yep.
crazy. We might even get our own TV show. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage next. He's a political strategist for the Green Party, a championship ballroom dancer, and works weekends as a welder. Ladies and gentlemen, Leroy Live!
Leroy!
I'm talking about. Give me that intro. Okay, last time I was on the show, I was talking about how women are so attentive to their young daughters when they're getting along in life, about their periods, and tampons and all that stuff. And most importantly, how mothers will teach their daughters how to suck a dick. That was my last show. Now today, I'm going to talk about how I taught my son how to masturbate. This is what I'm talking about today. Okay, so I walk into my son's bedroom, and as I open the door, his dick is standing straight up like this, like the Eiffel Tower. He says, "Dad, what you doing in here?" I'm like, "What?" "Dad, you just walked into my room." I said, "So what about it?" I said, "Damn, your dick's pretty hard, man. You gotta do something about that." What do you mean, Dad? What do you mean? I say, "Do you masturbate?" "Dad, I can't believe you asked me that." I said, "No, what's wrong with me asking you, do you masturbate? It's a natural thing. I think since you didn't do it in this bedroom, you need to take your ass to the bathroom and finish the job off." So he said, "I can't believe my dad's saying that." So he gets up out of the bed. He goes into the bathroom. I go in right behind him, shut the door. Before he could say one other word, I dropped my damn pants down to the floor. Boom, dick out. Now, I don't know if he was startled by the size of my dick. Was it too big or was it too small? I don't really know. He said, "Dad, what the hell are you doing?" I said, "There's a certain way you have to masturbate to get the full enjoyment out of it." He says, "My dad is a goddamn freak. He's a freak." I said, "Okay, son, here we go. Back in the day, before I met your mom, masturbation is always going to be your best friend because you're not always going to be able to get some pussy. You're not. But your hand can be your right-hand man. That's what it can be." I say, "So now this is what you do. You need some theme music when you're masturbating." I say, "Now me back in the day, after I got your mom, I had her for this shit. But back in the day, this was my theme music when I was masturbating. I would go, 'Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, and I'm coming.'" My son say, "My dad is showing a freak." But under his breath, he said, and his ass also is a nincompoop. But he didn't say that shit loud.
Yeah.
He didn't say that shit loud. So I said, son, to get the full enjoyment, you need to do that. And don't be embarrassed about looking at my dick. It's just like going into the locker room with all guys. You see swinging dicks everywhere. Big dicks, little dicks. Dick is a dick. I say, so get yourself some theme music and try to masturbate. So I go out to the bathroom and I got my ear to the door and my son got his own theme music. And I heard him saying, I want to squeeze you and I want to please you. And hold on, baby, cause I need ya. Who can love you like me? Nobody. Who can squeeze you like me? That's my time for the day. The subject is masturbation 101. Nincompoops should not try this because they're gonna fuck up.
Masturbation 101, nincompoops. I'm oddly turned on. Yes, yet I feel like there's too much information there. I mean, that was just a little bit kind of weird. I might be disturbed. I might be like, thinking about this later, going, holy shit, this guy's weird.
And when you're driving, remember, this comes up when you're driving. Just put one hand on the wheel and one hand down below and get home.
There you go. One hand, the man with masturbation wisdom. Wisdom of the ages. Okay, this is just bizarre. That's okay. Let's go ahead and bring up our next performer, ladies and gentlemen. Our next performer actually escaped from Alcatraz, makes custom cabinetry out of leftover meat, and was the U.S. Senator from Oklahoma. Put your hands together for Alan Salzbank.
All right, Alan. Go ahead.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me back. Thanks, Kevin.
Alan.
Hey, so I really love, how do you like my new home office Zoom setup? After all, I'm 66 years old. I shouldn't be expected to perform in the bedroom anymore. That was a joke. Okay.
Really?
At first, I didn't like working with Zoom. My first show, I didn't hear anyone laughing. Not one laugh. I found out that I had accidentally muted the audience. My next show is actually even worse than that, though, because I found out that everybody muted me, and they did that on purpose. And anyway, I guess I was a little nervous, and I'm not sure why I'm nervous doing shows on Zoom. I mean, let's face it, everyone actually is in their underwear. This is actually my
Some of us are.
This is my 10th and last Zoom show, I'm sorry to say.
Oh.
And I know the guy at Best Buy said this computer can only handle 10 gigs.
Oh, wow.
I don't know about you guys. I mean, it's an international audience here, but COVID really limited entertainment options. In October, my wife and I, we drove to upstate New York. Any New Yorkers here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, yay.
Drove up to upstate.
Well, semi, anyway.
We drove up there to view the fall foliage, and we found this cute little town. It's called Fonda. It's named after Dutch ancestors of Henry Fonda and Jane Fonda. Yep, it's a real town named Fonda, and it's not much to do there, but they have a great slogan. We're Fonda, New York.
Yeah.
Heaven knows that joke kills in the Adirondack.
You got skills.
I needed hobbies to kill time. I used some of the time in lockdown to clean out my basement, and I found this 4-week stash of food that I had squirreled away 20 years ago in the Y2K scare. Remember that, the Y2 scare, Y2K?
Yeah.
Not one item claimed to be gluten-free. Okay. So, by the way, I think we're in the clear on Y2K. I figure there's plenty of clean water around, so I emptied my bathtub just in time for my wife to fill it up with hoarded toilet paper. So yeah, I watched a lot of Jeopardy. Now I'm questioning everything. And the drug commercial side effects. Oh my God, the list of these side effects. If I see one more warning about suicidal thoughts, I'm going to kill myself.
Okay.
After Jeopardy comes Wheel of Fortune. You can feel the IQ being sucked out of the TV. This is real nincompoops.
Yeah, nincompoop, he did it.
Nice to know you're paying attention. Okay, so I guess the networks want you to get a running start before moving into their idiotic prime time programming. Did a lot of jigsaw puzzles during the lockdown. My last one was of Vincent van Gogh. When I finished, go figure, there's a piece of his ear missing. It gets worse. It gets worse.
Okay.
He gave a piece of his ear to a prostitute in Paris. She wanted money, but Van Gogh wouldn't hear of it. Now I have this really unhealthy obsession with all kinds of puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, everything. Yesterday I had breakfast. I spent 15 minutes organizing my cornflakes, trying to find edge pieces. This morning I spent 3.5 hours trying to put a scrambled egg back together. It was a bitch to get back into the shell. I guess I need a new hobby. When I was a kid, I loved collecting baseball cards. I took a bunch of the good ones and put them. Wow, am I at 4 minutes already? I'm sorry.
Burrow.
Yep.
I'm going to skip the baseball one, and then I'm going to go to, my friends suggested that I try a coloring book for grown-ups. Can't tell you how much I enjoyed searching the shelves in the adult bookstore. Turns out they didn't have any coloring books there, but I found this puzzle of a French bordello. When I finished it, I barely noticed the nude women, but I was thrilled to find the rest of Van Gogh's ear. All right, guys, thanks.
All right, Alan. Found the ear. He found the ear. Thanks, Alan. Worked in the nincompoop too. I love it.
Yeah, it slowed me down.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy around here. I'm going to bring up our next performer. Ladies and gentlemen, our next performer is the mayor of Rancho Cucamonga. He enjoys making puff pastries and can whistle in 6 languages. Put your hands together for Scott Anderson.
So, Southern California is expensive. Everybody works 2 jobs. Even my doctor moonlights as a financial advisor, so he knows how much to overcharge me. He asked, "Is your portfolio diversified?"
Funny.
I said, "Yes. I have pennies, nickels, even some dimes." He suggested I play the market, the flea market. I said, "What about bonds?" He said, "Do you want your assets tied up?" I said, "No, that's bondage. And I've already got plenty of that leather gear, thank you." Anyway, I asked about retirement. The doctor said, "Relax, you have enough money for the rest of your life." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yes, you have cancer." I said,
Yeah.
He said, "Plenty of time to pay your bill." And cancer is annoying because everyone you meet knows a cure. My uncle, take turmeric. Already got the tumor, so I just took the ick. Didn't help. My barber, try yoga. Downward dog? No, downward spiral. So my friend said, try a pineapple juice enema mixed with shark cartilage. Juice enema, not this guy. I used the whole pineapple, followed by a live shark. I did not feel better afterwards. My neighbor said, "You nincompoop. You don't
There you go. Yeah.
Nincompoop.
Here you go.
Blue and dance naked in the front yard by moonlight." I said, "Will that cure me?" He said, "No, but all your neighbors would enjoy the show." So the surgeon removed a couple of organs, and then I had a near-death experience. So they gave me the bill. He said, "Pay up or I'll take another organ." I said, "Wait, I'm still planning to use that one." The doctor said, "Well, please, not in front of me, you pervert." I said, Doc, I'm following your advice. You said I had cancer, but together we would beat it."
Ooh.
"No, Doc, your turn." "Beat it, yes, beat it." Anyway, the doctor found out that I was a veterinarian. He said he had a dog. I said, "What kind?" He said, "Whippet." I said, "Not in front of you, you pervert." He said, "A veterinarian? You must be a dog lover." I said, "Actually, I prefer women, but I'm open-minded." So now I'm making a fortune on my OnlyFans channel. And my friend Rob, he lost his girlfriend. He got a puppy. Big improvement, he says. A puppy is happy to see that leash and collar. Puppy's always ready to play. And the puppy thinks a Vienna sausage is a big treat.
Wow.
So the hospital keeps sending me customer satisfaction surveys. They don't realize that in my veterinary field, service is a verb. It means to breed, as in the prize bull will service the cow. So when the hospital asked, did our team service you adequately? Not at all. What a ripoff. I should have not gotten that more expensive insurance plan. Thinking about service out there brings some whole new meanings. Bus service. That's one way to get people onto public transit. A career in public service. Hooker or politician, but that's a redundancy. Our last president had the Secret Service, Stormy Daniels, and our current president is 79, so probably out of service. And let's not forget lip service. Enough said. And if all else fails, there's always self-service. And I think we're out of time, so I'll end there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Anderson. Thanks for sharing with us, man. That was fun.
It's good. It was fun.
That was fun. It's the first time I heard somebody talking about sticking a pineapple and a shark up their ass.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? You only learn those things here, right here at this open mic. We have the greatest thing, right, Leroy?
You better believe it. What a
Leroy,
bite.
what's the matter? You look like you have like a kidney stone or something. You okay? You need me to call 911?
No, I'm good.
Oh, good. Let's go ahead and bring up the next performer. Ladies and gentlemen, our next performer is on my cards. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. This next performer has a collection of chainsaws, a pet chipmunk, and is the foreign minister of Pakistan. Put your hands together for Mr. Alan Cooper.
Alan Cooper.
Good evening, people. Good evening, good evening. Nice to see a few familiar faces out there. Hope you're all doing well. I want to finish off what I started last week. So I only had a really short set last week. There was lots of people in. So this is the second part of my religious set, or my set on religion. I'm going to hazard a wild guess. There's not too many Muslims out there tonight.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean, you're from Northern America. You're mainly Christians, if anything. So just to check, we have no Muslims in the house tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, protect yourself.
And most Muslims I met don't like laughing. So what they'll be doing in a comedy club, I don't know. Right. Whenever you see stuff on the news from Muslim countries like Afghanistan, it always seems to be loads of blokes jumping up and down about fuck all and not a woman in sight. And some people say that Muslim men are just naturally very angry. I don't think that's the case, but a few of them do have a very short fuse.
We get it. We get it.
Yeah, we got it.
And sexual equality is not really their thing, is it? I mean, come on, guys. Why does Allah feel it necessary to cover up women's faces when they have to go out in public, and in some Muslim countries find it necessary to chop your daughter's clitoris off? It's just not right. Although I do think it's a very good idea that they don't drink, because they seem like an argumentative bunch of bastards to start with. Imagine what they'd be like with a few beers inside them. But like Hindus, I do believe in karma. So imagine if we introduce a little bit of Hindu karma to the world of Islam. So to cancel out the female genital mutilation issues, karma would make it standard for every mutilated Muslim girl. One Muslim boy would have to have at least one testicle removed before the age of 5. And to neutralize the wearing of the burqa in public for Muslim women, karma would make it necessary for all Muslim men who want to go out in public to be forced to wear the holy butt plug. And the bigger the butt plug, the more you show devotion to your God. That seems a bit more sexually equal to me. With one or both testicles removed and a massive butt plug up their asses, it might calm the naughty nincompoops down a bit too. Thank you very much.
All right, check it out.
That's many butt clubs.
All right, it took us about 40 minutes in to start talking about butt plugs. I'm telling you, man, a lot can happen in 1 hour. You have no idea. I gotta say, Alan, I got so scared when he said, Are any of you guys Muslim? Are any of you guys Muslim? There's no Muslims here. There's no Muslims here. I was waiting for you to go, oh, fucking Muslims, they should all die. I thought you were doing something absolutely horrible. It was getting close, but it wasn't too horrible. But I was like, uh-oh, this guy's going to let loose. I really thought so. I really thought so. All right, I'm bringing up the next performer. Ladies and gentlemen, this next performer produced a documentary on how to make a documentary. He's a skilled ice sculptor and has a collection of ceramic clowns. Put your hands together for Tony G.
Tony
G does a little something different, Tony.
Here's Tony.
Wait, I didn't know I was going to go so soon, but there are a lot of comedians here. I'm going to be really quick about this whole thing. So very much nincompoop. That's all I really comment on. No, but I actually want to comment on it. Nincompoop. It's a very strange word. It sounds like it's something that is just made up out of what sounds strange, but it may come from Nicodemus from the Bible, a guy who was famous for basically walk-ons. He showed up at some point and said, Jesus, what did you mean by this? And Jesus responded, thank you very much. And he walked away. Idiot. So that's really where the word comes from. What else was I going to comment on? Oh, I just wanted to say a couple of things. It's great seeing all of you out here doing your own thing. I saw Ying a couple of weeks ago. Ying, how did that competition go that you were in? You were fantastic at that show.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, I lost the next round. Because you wasn't there. Jeez, you should be there.
You lost by a vote? I'm sorry. I think it was the next day. It was a Saturday.
Yeah.
But so, yes, Kevin, that's really, I don't want to take up time from the real comedians here. So I will see the rest.
You are a comedian.
You sure are.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just a commentator. I'm an observer. I say this, I say that. Oh, but it's also interesting. One last comment then, that last week you picked the word bumper shoot for our special word. You just like these words that are accented on the anti-penultimate syllable for some reason. I think it's great. It's wonderful that bumper shoot and nincompoop both have a certain interesting sound to them. Maybe I don't know where I might go with anything. Leroy is laughing because he doesn't know what I'm going to do at any point. I
never really know where you're going to go.
I don't either. But Kevin, let's give the rest of the time to everyone else. I just kind of popped up today because I wasn't working. So.
Tony rambling about things. Give him a round of applause. He's sitting in some kind of chapel or cathedral right now, and he's just going blank, and he doesn't know what he's saying, but it's all okay because that's why we're here. We're having a great time. All right, check it out. I'm going to bring our next performer up. Ladies and gentlemen, she's a TV news anchor, former Secretary of State, and has a skull made of tungsten. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Ying!
Yeah. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, good to be here. I live in Spokane, Washington for 24 years. I did it just to prove I'm not a tourist. Yeah. If that's not enough, I tell you, I dropped 2 kids during that 24 years. Okay, I feel like I'm a native here. All right. So, but last year, still somebody at the grocery parking lot yelling at me, "Go back to country." I knew I was supposed to be mad, but I wasn't, because now I'm mad. I was not mad back then, The reason I was not mad is because at the time I really want to go to China. So a free ride of deportation sounds pretty appealing to me. So guys, bring me a ticket. Okay. Another thing about me is a few years ago, I find out I was into trans. Yeah, it's called transracial. It started with a local woman. You probably remember her name was Rachel Dolezal. Yeah, she was born white, but she identified herself as Black. Yeah. So when I heard that news and watched all the CNN interview, I was like, wow, I love that. I have so much in common with her because I was born Chinese, but I always identify myself as a Greek. Yeah. So, so I was just so fascinated about her, and I just call my friends like, "Hey, look, did you see that? Blah, 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 and all that." And then my friend says, "Are you crazy, Yin? what's going on with you? You know, she is a degraded celebrity. I'm like, degraded? Who's doing the grading? You know, yeah, Caitlyn Jenner, because they came out the same year, if you remember. Caitlyn Jenner, you're transgender, right? At fucking 65 years old, want to be a woman, you know. But it's you watch
Good for
CNN
her.
like Caitlyn Jenner, Rachel Dolezal, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, you know what? Degraded. I live in Spokane. Hey, you know, we're lucky to get an F-graded celebrity. You know, last time we had a celebrity was a Bigfoot. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know what? All Spokane people, everybody hated Rachel Dolezal. So I was thinking either half-million people or nincompoop or me.
Yeah, nincompoop.
Yeah,
You did it. Good
nincompoop.
job.
I'm the only fan of Rachel Dolezal. Yeah. So as a real fan would do, I followed her on Facebook right away. You know what I'm saying? I bought her merchandise, and I DM'd the shit out of her, you know. So I really think she think that I was a stalker, you know, at the time. But guess what, people? All my harassment finally paid off. Okay? And she finally responded, "Hi." I was like, wow, I'm just so happy. She didn't say, go fuck yourself. So anyway, so we got hooked up. We went out to dinner. You know, we're really good friends now. And she moved out of Spokane. Now she lives in Tucson, Arizona. So Rachel Dolezal, I'm still a fan. That's my time. Thank you.
All right.
Ying!
All right,
Ying is transracial too. She's Greek.
Yep.
I love that. I love it. I love it. All right, and bring our next performer up. Mark, you're going to go next, okay? Ishi, did you want to do some time today too? No, you're just enjoying yourself? I can't hear you because you're muted.
Sorry, yeah, I'm just enjoying everybody's stuff. But if there is time, I suppose I could read stuff. But
There's
yeah, no, I'm just
always
enjoying
time
it.
for you. There's
Yes, we
always
got-
time
Oh
for you.
gosh.
We got time
All right.
for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring up Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, our next performer is a skydiving instructor. He makes homemade pickles and has a pet aardvark. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Sander!
Hey.
Hey, Mark. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, tell me when you're ready. I'm ready. Hey, Mark, glad to meet you. First of all, yes, COVID. COVID, I'm dying. Initially, I thought it was a men's group. Now women are entering. I have no problem with women. Okay, I wouldn't say women are nincompoops,
Yeah!
but they're not.
You're gonna get slapped
Actually,
now.
there's 2 points. Okay, 2 points. I don't want to be really negative, but maybe that's what it's all about, being negative. First of all, I want to tell you something. I'm a black man. Yeah, I may look white, but I'm black. You see, for 200,000 years ago, for 200,000, our species, Homo sapiens. Now, people say they're not homos. Well, they are Homo sapiens. We're all homos. So anyway, for 200,000 years, most of us were black, period. Multiple migrations, 50 to 80,000 years out of Africa predominantly. That's, of course, where else would it come from? And we all moted around. And because the skin became light only because of one reason. We had to wear clothes because it was cold environment. Okay, so people understand that, but they really don't. I don't know why people can't get along. It really that really pisses me off. I mean, there's some lovely people I like. Okay, now I also I want to make some comments. I have been a feminist. Okay, I don't wear dresses, but I used to be involved with NOW, National Organization for Women, and LA Feminist Theater. Now, I believe in the equality, but that pisses me off because when I'm next to women, they say, oh, I believe in I went out with this date. She says, I believe in equality and fairness. And the bill comes, says, give it to this jerk. I say, you're a nincompoop.
Yeah!
I think men and women should share the bill. Is that right? Does everybody here agree? Share the bill with a man, a woman, or a man, a woman, woman, maybe a man.
You won't get no
It
coochie
should be
that
fair.
way.
What?
You won't get no coochie that way.
Yes, you can get coochie that way, stuff. It's two human beings together. You know, first of all, this goes with the idea of sex. Men love sex and women love sex. Women, do you agree with that? Raise your hand.
Yeah, okay.
You're not a woman yet. But maybe there's a part of me. Okay, I think that every man has a woman. Every woman has there's that feminine part in a man. There's a masculine part in a woman. And I believe in this thing called the inner child. I believe there's a part of you that needs healing, and I need a lot of healing. But my problem is my bitch inside me took my child away from me. So what am I going to do? I'm stalking her right now if I ever can find her. But that's part of me. So how can I stalk myself? That'd be kind of amazing, wouldn't it? I look in the mirror.
With your right hand.
Jimmy, I know where you come from, brother. But I love the mirror. You look in the mirror, I'm always saying to myself, who the hell are you? Then I get into an argument with the mirror. I fight with the mirror on a regular basis. Every morning the mirror is saying something negative to me. Now, I'm not making jokes, but I'm just telling you the reality. I know we were talking about the inner negative thoughts. Now, the Hindus talk about the monkey mind, and I have a couple of monkeys in my head. I think I have a bunch. There's a lot of monkeys. There's too many. I can't see this. Show me 1 minute. I have 1 more minute left. Is that it?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So anyway, it's nice being in front of you. Actually, this is really safe. This is safe. I can turn you guys off. I can move. I can do things here. I can eat. I can play with myself. This is the safe. I think Zoom is better than being in a live audience. I really think it is. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a great day, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark! I actually like Zooming myself. I think it's really cool that we can be with people all over the world. There's not any club where we wouldn't have a really shitty drive to do that. So I like that.
I like Zoom. I like it.
Mr. Well, maybe Tobias, this will be this is the future. Tobias, did you want to do some time?
Sorry.
Did you want to do some time today?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
You got it. All right. So I'm going to introduce you. You're going to be closing our show. Ladies and gentlemen, this next performer is a stunt car driver, a puppeteer, and an entomologist. Please welcome. How do you say your first name?
Tobias.
Tobias. All right. Welcome, Tobias.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. I was told to wear a black shirt because it's supposedly make me look thinner while I'm sitting down. So anyway, my name is Tobias. I'm 31 years old. I'm from Sweden. That's the country known for its meatballs, ABBA, and the fact that it looks like a penis on the euro coin, which is not true because I put my penis next to the coin and it was way smaller than that.
Okay.
The coin, that is. So how you doing? How are you doing, America?
We're doing great. We're doing great.
Thank you. That's very nice. I just love asking that sentence. Probably that's the best question ever. How are you doing, America? It feels like you've accomplished something in your life for once. And America is the greatest country in the world since 1776, which is quite impressive, I have to say. And the rest of us, we only try to keep up. So you can't blame us for trying, really. And don't get me wrong, I love America. It's a great country, and I think we all want to be a bit more American than we are in normal cases, because it's only in America we can come up with a thing as a triple whopper. What's wrong with sticking with the double whopper? What happened? Did the other two start a fight and you need a third one to make peace, or what happened?
3 times the fun.
True. And it's only in America when after you're having your triple whopper, you can go to this place, you can sit down, you can relax, and you can digest your food and call it McDonald's. The Corona. Yeah, let's talk about Corona. I don't know why they named it Corona, because every time I hear that word, I think of beer, a nice, refreshing beer. But this pandemic has nothing to do with being cool or refreshing or anything good. So they should name it something nastier, They should have named it something make you think, oh, I really want to stay away from this because this is very, very dangerous. And yeah, it should be every time you hear that word, your body starts producing antibodies just to keep you safe. And I do have a perfect name for this, but no one has asked me for the answer. So now my question to you, exactly. My question is, do you want to find out the answer to this? Why they should name it something else?
Yes, we want to know.
Yes. Trump.
What?
Drunk.
Drunk.
If you want to name something that bad that your body starts producing antibodies just to keep you safe, I think you should name it Trump.
Why not call it death?
Isn't that really the same thing? Okay, thank you guys. That was all I had. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay.
All right, that was Tobias, everybody. Thanks for sharing with us, man. How's Sweden today? Is it cold?
As usual, yeah. It's 9 degrees, rain, and cold. Yeah, so we call it summer.
Are there any black people in Sweden? Just curious.
We have one or two, maybe.
We have one.
One is the loneliest number that
All
you
right,
ever.
y'all. Hey, I had a pleasure today. I hope you guys had a pleasure too. Let me go ahead and tell you what we learned. We learned a lot today. We learned about post-traumatic stress dating and shitty Yoda impressions. We learned about a pilot with a drinking problem and a daughter who's a prison warden. We learned about the straight RuPaul, who is a white-sounding black man. We learned about a little too much information with Leroy showing us his dick. We learned to perform in the bedroom in zooming in underwear, and that some computers can only handle 10 gigs. We learned about putting a pineapple followed by a shark up your ass, and that puppies think Vienna sausages are big ass treats. We learned that Muslims have a short fuse. We learned about anti-penultimate words. I don't even know what the hell that means, Tony, okay? It hurts. That hurts for me to even think about it. We learned about getting deported to get a plane ticket home, and transracial celebrity from Spokane is Bigfoot. We also learned that we are all homos, Homo sapiens. We learned about the LA Feminist Theater, and you're not a woman. Well, maybe you are. That's what Mark said. I love that. You're not a woman. Well, maybe you are. I'm telling you, we do it right here 3 times a week. And don't forget, we had Tobias. He talked about the triple wildfire, and Sweden is shaped like a penis. I had no idea. I can't wait to go to Sweden someday and check that out for myself. Let's have a round of applause for everybody. Here we go. We had Nicole, Jim, Jerry, Leroy, Alan, Scott, another Alan, Tony G, Ying, Mark, and Tobias. My name's Kevin Comstock on behalf of everybody at the Greg Dean Stand-Up Comedy Network. We want to thank you for being here, and we'll